Hello beautiful people, 0 to 100, and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to be doing the review of this beautiful machine, the CB500F. Those of you that are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. It means a lot to us subscribers, gets us off our asses to do and create more content like this. So let's start front to back. The front tire boasts a 120 by 70 by 17 inch front tire. Stock tires are Michelin. It has a 41mm upside down fork, yeah. And I must admit, so picked it up from the dealer this morning, drove it around, and this bike is fast for a 471cc engine. This bike is fast. It does have good looks. The wind protection here with the digital dashboard does offer some good wind reflection over the head. Comfortable. The seat is non-slip. Metal tank holds 17.7 liters. The electronic display is not a full color display, however it does have different LED colored lights and some red writing, so it does look like it is a color display, although it's not. It's a mono display, but it does have red writing for when you are in redlining, so it shows you when you are redlining in reds. Yeah, it's got a small handlebar, not as long as the adventure bikes. So this is a street bike, a naked street bike after all. So the handlebars are quite narrow, but fully extended arms and upright sitting position, very, very comfortable. The overall look of this bike, it is really, they've done a great job. From the front headlight configuration, it comes with Michelin stock tires. It has got a 41mm shower forks, adjustable for preload only. The front does offer a little bit of wind protection, so the digital dash does allow for a little bit of wind deflection, which does good. The engine on this motorbike is fantastic. I love it. It's a parallel twin liquid cooled, delivering 47 brake horsepower, and it does have a nice rumble to it. So the 500's engine sound is much different to the 310 or 313cc engine from the BMW, so it does offer a little bit more engine rumble. This is a 471cc engine, yeah. So the back tire here is 160 by 60 by 17 inch. Right, it has got a shower adjustable for preload back suspension, properly encased so you do not see it. The brake here is 240mm single piston caliper, ABS of course standard. The front is a 320mm pedal disc, twin piston calipers in front. The engine is beautiful. The exhaust is beautiful. I love the swing arm on this bike. Generally, the overall look of this bike is fantastic. Yeah, the quality is really good. Not that much plastic as you would see on some of the other bikes. So it has got a proper metal tank. Just the fairing is plastic. It does have a 17.7 liters tank. The seat height is 789mm tall. The bike weighs in at 189 kilograms. Yeah, let me show you a little bit around this bike. Yeah, so the final drive on this is chain. What else can I say? I mean, this is a really good, neat, overall good looking package that gives you good quality, good reliability, has plenty power for a 471cc engine, great looking bike, great sound, Honda reliability, and that is all you need. So I don't have anything else to add. So without further ado, let's take this baby for a ride. I'm going to have a lot of fun on this CB500F. Stay tuned. Alright, so the test ride of the CB500F. A neat little package. It is the all new 2019 model. This bike's been around for Honda for quite a while, so it has been well refined over the years. And my first impressions of this bike is that it is tiny, it's small. Now, I come from a big adventure bike, big displacement engine, 1200cc. And getting on this bike, the first impression that I get, it's a tiny little street bike. Big difference. But I can tell you now that the bike itself, although small, it's got a straight up sitting position. Arms are almost fully extended to the handlebars. The feet rest nicely on the foot pegs and hug the tank nicely. So the bike itself, although it's very small and feels very small, it's comfortable. The seat itself is a little bit hard. But overall, no complaints on the comfort side. So the CB500F, sorry, would make for a great commuter, I think. For the street bike, it's simple, no fuss bike, and yeah, and it's got plenty power. For a 500cc, it's got more than enough power. The display itself, very visible. 6 gears. Clutch on this bike is really feather light. I can't feel nothing on the clutch. Really feather light. And the gears, silky smooth. Silky smooth. Not a problem to engage in neutral. So I've been riding it now for the last 10-15 minutes, and I can tell you that the clutch is really light. The gears are silky smooth. I've never had a bike with the gears as smooth as this to engage. Suspension, a little bit hard, but I believe that's something that you would be able to adjust. Doesn't have self-cancelling flickers. The display right now with my sun visor down, it's a little bit hard to read. So you can see the gears. It's got a good gear indicator, 2 gear indicators, neutral. You can see the rev counter. You've got the odometer, time, right? And it gives you a numerical display as well of the revs. So there's no concerns about the display. It's not a colored display, but it does have red writing to it. for when you redline on the revs. So yeah, I mean, for a 500cc for city commuting, this thing does quite well. Quite well, I must say. Very nimble, very nimble. Very nimble. It's got a short wheelbase. It feels tiny in between your legs. So it must be. But yeah, what a fun little bike. What a fun little bike. So rear view mirrors are good. You can practically see everything that's going on behind you. Yeah, no issues there. Not the best visibility, but good enough. Let's see how this thing handles the cornering. Aha, this is like a little toy. Yeah, like a little toy. Final drive is chain. Nothing wrong with the brakes, nothing wrong with the stopping power on this bike. Into neutral, no issues there. Let's test the braking power. Oh man, this thing's got good braking power. For a minute there I thought I did check my rear, and then I heard tire skids, but it was somebody pulling off. So yeah, how does this compare to, say, the likes of the BMW G310R? This feels a little bit more solid, in my opinion, than the BMW. Yeah, it feels more the BMW is a little bit narrower. This is a more of a chunkier bike. However, I didn't get the feeling from the BMW that it was such a short wheelbase as I'm getting the feeling with this one. So this one feels chunkier, but a shorter wheelbase, or at least it feels like it has a shorter wheelbase, whereas the BMW felt a little bit more like it had a longer wheelbase. But throttle is very responsive, and of course I'm surprised at the power that this thing delivers, baby. I'm surprised at the power that this 500cc engine delivers. Quite impressed. Pretty good. Pretty good. So guys, all in all, I think this is a really great, fun, everyday bike, commuter that will not disappoint. It's fun to ride. It's got good suspension. Overall, I would say this is a neat little bike, and it looks impressive. It does not let you down in any way. It's just as good as the BMW. I mean, everything here is solid. You can see that it's well built. The finishing on this bike is good, quality parts. So yeah, To wrap up, I would say this bike is an excellent everyday commuter where you can have a lot of fun on the weekends. You can do the open road, which I'm going to do now. So make up your mind, man. You can do the open road, no problem. So yeah, I'm surprised at this thing. This thing goes nicely. Yeah, look at that. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong on the open roads. And it's got a pretty good sound to it as well, and feel. So, everyday commuter. It handles nicely as well around corners. And this is in 6th gear, and I'm opening throttle and it wants to go. So yeah, not bad. There's plenty of torque on 6th gear and plenty of power for this 500cc. Final drive is chain. No complaints on the suspension. I mean, 6th gear open and it goes. It's not shy. Fantastic. Fun little bike. Fun little bike. Yeah. And on the weekends, I'm sure you can have plenty fun with this and do the odd day tours, day trips. Perfect, nothing wrong. This is a perfect little package. Perfect little package. Pleasantly surprised with this bike. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Handles well, comfortable, good suspension, good looks, good package. Well done, Honda. This is a great little bike. Very surprised indeed. The standing position as well. Yeah, it's a low bike with a seat height of 785 millimeters. Your feet are well planted on the ground. There's nothing digging into your calves or anything like that. Gears are easily accessible. Brake easy accessible. No strain whatsoever. Nothing else to add. Gear engages quickly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I must say, it's got a nice little cheeky sound to it. Not bad. Not bad at all. 0 to 100, over and out.